I used to bully my disabled sister for years. I know this will get a lot of hate, and yes, I deserve it. I am not looking for any validation or forgiveness. I know I am a piece of human trash. I just need to get this out. I have a sister who is 3 years younger than me. She has suffered from a condition since birth that forces her to be in a wheelchair anytime she is out of bed. She cannot use her arms that well either. We used to have a great relationship until I turned 11, and I really started resenting the amount of attention she took from my parents and how much stress she put them under. I had to constantly help her, change her, feed her. I hated it. There were a few years in her life when she was so mean to my parents, and it really made me resent her more. I realize now that I had no right to judge her, and I will never know how difficult life is for her. I stopped hanging out with her and made more friends at school. I would tell my family all the fun I was having at school during dinner to make her feel bad. I started barely talking to her or acknowledging her presence. She would get frustrated to the point of tears to get my attention. It started escalating 2 years ago when I would purposely turn off the Wi-Fi and unplug the TV every time we had to leave the house so my sister could do nothing but sit in her wheelchair. I would purposely delete her favorite saved shows on the DVR. I would make fun of her speech and push things just out of her reach. I would act disgusted when I had to change or bathe her. It always made her feel bad, and she would apologize. I made my own sister apologize for taking a dump. What the FCK is wrong with me? But my F-king saint of a sister never told my parents. And she never let me have it. 3 weeks ago, she was trying to talk to me non-stop and I was just ignoring her. I got annoyed and wheeled her against her wishes to the backyard and placed her under an umbrella and went back inside. I fell asleep and realized I left her out there for 3 hours. When I went to bring her back, inside, she was in tears and wouldn't look at me. She was humiliated. I have always felt guilty about how I treated my sister all these years, but my anger towards her overpowered it. But seeing that look on her face affected me in a way that was different from before. I stopped all the bullying after that day. I couldn't even look her in the face, I was so ashamed. Last Sunday my sister told me she was glad I was her brother and best friend. I couldn't even respond. I went to my room and cried. I'm fucking crying again typing this all out. When did I become an evil trash human being? FCK. I'm 17 and she's 14 now. I am so ashamed of myself. Update. A lot of people were asking for an update, so here it is. I wrote up a long ass apology letter that I wanted to read to my sister. I waited until she got home and got into bed for the night. I knocked on her door and she was so f-king excited that it was me. I couldn't even get through the first few words. I started crying after saying I wanted to say I'm really sorry and just couldn't get through it. I just got into bed with her and laid down next to her. She hugged me really tight and said I missed you bro with a big smile on her face. I fucking lost it. I never cried that bad before. She just hugged me for a long time until I calmed down. We didn't talk much. She started crying for a bit too. It was the first time in a long time we just hugged. After half an hour I got up and gave her a kiss and she told me she was so happy. Why didn't I do this earlier, FCK? I left her the note to read. I am feeling very hopeful right now and a lot of pressure in my heart is gone. I swear to God and on my own life I will never treat my sister so badly again. I have been working part-time for the past year and I was saving some money so my sister and my mom could go on a trip to a place she really wanted to go to, but I think I will take my sister myself instead, when I turn 18. I also realize that I need to have a relationship with my sister where I'm not just taking care of her. It needs to be like a normal sibling relationship. Like going for movies and stuff. It's going to take some time for me to fix the mess I created though. I'm just lucky my sister is amazing. And get your f-king minds out of the gutter.